What's going on, world? I'm your host, George Kill, and it's another episode of The Royal Key. This time I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina with my man, Jason. J-Bird.
Yes, sir.
You got to give me the story behind that first.
Well, that goes back in my early days. Coach Johnny Davis always said I was top heavy and had bird legs, so they called me J-Bird, and it stuck with me to today. So that's how I got that.
Cool. You guys are sponsored by Jordan in different ways, so what are we gonna see here today?
Well, I'm gonna take you around to the locker room, show you what we got shoe-wise. I know we're gonna have a lot of Jordans, special ones that you guys might wanna see. This is where they sign tickets, and this right here is the candy. This is Kemba Walker's favorite, Juicy Fruit. This is Frank Kaminsky. This is Marvin Williams, like the Lifesavers, and this is Dwight Howard, who likes the Trident. The big guys, this is what they like, so everybody kind of each grabs from there, so I'm lucky in that aspect of it. I don't have to buy all kind of
Turn it to Willy Wonka?
Oh, Lord, yes. This is our locker room. I think it's 3 years old. As you can tell, it's got honeycomb shape. Each locker is equipped with an iPad so the guys can watch film per coach if coach wanted them to watch. Al Jefferson bought these for our guys because it's one of those things that was on the, oh, should we get it? We get it. So he's like, you know what, I'll buy it for the whole team. Each of them have a place for the shoes, then where their practice gear and their stuff hangs. And then for when they're not here, we always like to close it so they can have their own kind of privacy. Don't have to worry about people looking in their stuff, and then we'll hang a jersey.
So you know we're into shoes. You know we got to talk shoes.
Yes.
Who is the biggest sneaker guy on the team?
Oh, man. Frank Kaminsky would be my biggest sneaker guy as far as finding a shoe that fits him, and he's all over the place. So he goes from the Superfly 6s to the Jordan 10s. We got the China edition. I think those are the 29s. And then you got the Chris Pauls. Oh, don't worry, we still have stuff from him. And I put a lot of shoes of Frank in here because this is his other locker. One of my easiest guys is Kemba. Once he finds a shoe that he likes, he's good. Marvin's good with the thing. This year is one of first years that I have two different shoe companies, Ning and Peak.
And how many Jordan brand guys do you have on the team?
We have Batoon, we have Kaminsky, Bacon, Zeller, MKG, Walker, and that's it.
You were in Orlando for 25 years before this, and you have one of the best Jordan stories ever, right?
Oh yeah.
What happened there?
Well, they came for a game against Orlando, and it was shoot around. And sure enough, when they left, somebody went in, found themselves in the visitor's locker room, and happened to take his jersey. I don't know if you remember, but he wore number 12 that game. So back then, you know, we just had those blank generic jerseys. Now everybody carries 2 or 3 of them. I think they found it a year later. I think they ended up being a security guard or something like that. Inside job, so. So they always give me crap about that, but it's funny that now I end up working for his team, so it's kind of like a big circle.
Before we get out of this locker room, I want to go through each player, and I want you to give me something that's unique about them pertaining to shoes. We'll start here, Dwight Howard.
Those are Peak. Those came a long way.
And I'm assuming that's your biggest size.
Yes, I know when I had him, he was 18 in Orlando. So Batum was Mr. Adidas, but this year he's finally switched over to the brand. The story about him, he loves to wear one pair of shoes for the whole year. For instance, 2 years ago, Miami, his shoes were from training camp, and they were Adidas, and they had holes in them. And he just felt pumped, he just wanted that shoe. And I told him, I said, at some point it makes me look bad because I'm putting you out there in some shoes like that. But you know, anything to make a player comfortable where he plays good, I'm cool with, but at the same time, your toes hanging out. Marv's easy. He's one of my easy guys. He has 2 pair there, but he likes one to shoot in and one to play. So, you know, it depends on what we're wearing. He likes to kind of match. If we're wearing teal socks, he'll wear the teals. He's a hyperdunk low guy. He likes low shoes. Last year he played in the Kobe's. Kemba, he's interesting. He loves Superfly 4s. That's his go-to. And these are the Superfly 6s that they made this year, which the face. Blake wears them. And then he's been playing good in this. He's been averaging like 30 something in these. So he ain't been taking these off. So him making an all-star last year took care of him. Lamb, he likes the Georges and the Cobes, but they're all different kinds. He'll have the all black ones to work out in. He'll have the all gray Cobes, and he has the whole teal coat. He has a lot. They have to Nike ID these just because the check is in black. They don't want that. They want the check to be visible. So for them to do that, they won't send that. They would have to ID them. Like these, I wouldn't let him wear them during the game because it's not visible.
How much pushback do you have? Like, say a guy really wants to, say Lamb really wants to wear those. Are you kind of like, hey, Lamb, look, you can't wear them. And is it a lot of pushback or?
There is, with certain players. Him and Kaminsky. But I think I have a good enough relationship where, I'll tell them, I'll show them the board that we have over there that tells you what you can do and what you can't wear, what colors. They don't listen. They don't listen. If they want to wear it, they're going to wear it. So I'll let my GM know, listen, I told, this is what's going on. But I'm more for comfort. If that's going to make them play better, I'm cool. It's just, we got to slow down the colors because the colors, we got tricky colors. We have teal, we have purple. We can wear gray, we can wear a white base shoe, but it gets, he gets a little testy with that.
What's been the one guy over your whole time doing, equipment managing that's been the toughest person to deal with? Because you, like you said, you've been with Orlando for 25 years before that, so you had McGrady, all these guys.
I would say Frank. Because you know what? I love him to death, but it's just, he's real picky. He's got to have certain shoes. If he has a good shooting night, he likes them shoes. If he has a good shooting night with the sleeve, with the pad, he wants to keep wearing that, and they'll switch it up. So you never quite know what he's gonna wear. Like, you try to anticipate it, but with him, there's no. Right when you think you got him, he changed it up, and then next thing you know, like, damn, I forgot that. But that's it. But overall, everybody has been really good. It's all how you treat them and how you come across to them.
Now I'm seeing a couple of secret passageways that lead to different things around here. So you have to take us back there.
Well, these secret passageways, they were little closets things that I made up this summer. So this is my shoe room. This is where I keep all my shoes. For instance, Monk. They sent all these shoes from Mr. Monk, but he doesn't want them. So I have some Hyper Dunks, personalized. They're PEs, so they're personal edition, so they make them for them. But he doesn't want to wear them, and he has a bunch up here. Even with, as you can see, I have a lot of Jordan boxes. They'll send a lot of Jordan boxes. That's the bag I travel with to keep them in somewhat order. I built this thing this summer for $240, and you can tell it's maxed out. Yeah. It was maxed out the first month. Because all these shoes back here you see, they will not be touched. I'll end up donating them to charity, upstairs, community service. I said I did a thing with Bismack Biyombo, sending them to Africa and stuff like that. You got these funky ones like Mr. Howard. Like, this was our Halloween shoe. So Peak hooks it up pretty much. So that's an interesting shoe. He got to wear it for practice because we didn't have a game on Halloween. So
you guys have probably one of the most iconic colorways ever in NBA history. Yeah. Everyone knows that teal.
That starter jacket. That starter jacket back, and I got one too. The NBA gave me one. It was pretty cool. It was like one of the big. I was like, yeah, the old Hornets, the Larry Johnson, the Muggsy Bogues. Yeah. We had Harvard Classics the other night, and it was pretty cool. You are not gonna see this nowhere else in the league. I can promise you this. And my wife laughs at me, and the guys think I'm a maniac. I have everything color-coded, so like purple, teal, white. So they come tights, socks. If I forget them in another city, I'm screwed because nobody has teal back. So that's the only thing that stinks about it. I like the colors. This right here is my color coordinating. So now these loops that they wear is white for the white loops, for the purple loops, and for the teal loops. So each guy's got a number. This is what goes in their lockers on game days. It's just the socks, tights, tank tops, and the long tights if they want it. And then I hang everything else up. T-shirts. I just like to be organized, that's it. And you know number one's gonna always be here, so you go to number one. This is one of those things, is a unique thing. Many people won't think basketball players would be using some fruity stuff, but each of my guys have a cubby, and each cubby's what they like most: the Dove, sensitive skin, all kind of cocoa butter. I call this the community soap, where everybody can just take it. As long as you put it back, I'll replace them. I gotta take it on the road too with me, because most of the road visiting locker rooms ain't gonna have Dove, I can tell you that. So this is a space saver. This is an equipment manager's dream right here, especially for me, who has a slight thing of OCD. So this is broken down. My OCD right here, everything has to be folded, and you have to see the line, and you open this. My socks, all the NBA logos have to face. It looks good, it looks nice, and it makes me at ease. As you can tell, my shirts, they gotta be lined up. I have to see this, or if not, I have to redo it. Tights, tank tops, you got the medical shirts, you got knee pads, different colors.
So Jason, if someone came in here and just messed up the fold,
I would know. If they take one from the top, I would know.
And you would snap?
Yes, very much. So this right here, this is my uniform. Us Hornets, this year we have 5 different uniforms. Up here you'll see 4. They're in the midst of making the black ones. We start wearing them at the end of December. These are the jerseys, and these are my shorts that I have them classified by size. Same thing here, you have socks. I have purple and white. We brought these back this year. Next year we're gonna have a white one.
Now Jason, I know you're surrounded by shoes all day, every day. I know you gotta have some type of shoe collection yourself, huh?
I do, right up there. I'm from New York originally, so back in the day they used to throw shoes up on the power cords. Each one of them had a different story. These are Patrick Ewing's. He's my main guy, and the pink ones for breast cancer awareness. His sister passed from that, so he does a shoe like that every year. And then those were my PJ Harrison Under Armours.
And I know you have a special one back there in the back.
Actually, I do. MJ and the brand, they sent us some 16s, Hornet edition. I've heard they're pretty nice. They come out, got the Hornet colors.
You don't wear those, right?
No. They look good though. For a special viewer, I'm gonna put together a nice package. I heard you guys do some a contest or a giveaway or something, so.
So follow Koiski Media, Koiski Media on IG for your chance to find out how you're gonna win this package.